Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex coming back in today with a brand new video, and as always, down in the title below will be the topic we're talking about today. So, Boruto, I finally caught up. You guys are probably like, holy crap, Hex is doing a thing on Boruto. He has not done that probably about, oh man, episode 30 something, so at least, like 30 weeks, something like that. I mean... So, Boruto episode, not even episode, but just the Chunin exam arc in general, I really just want to dive in and say you should watch it. If this is something that's been deterring you from watching it and or has made you take a break until it's over, watch it. It just got over, watch it. I just watched it and I look at the Boruto and Naruto the movie, and that may be something that's deterring people from watching it, but all the training things that happen in the show get extended in the TV series rather than the movie. All the Chunin exam fights, we get to see more fights than we did in Boruto Naruto the movie. A lot of the stuff gets extended and added on to, right? It gets more depth, it gets more context, right? It helps describe what's going on in the setting and or event for certain characters that are fighting in the Chunin exams. Especially someone like Shinki, we get backstory. We find out that it's kind of like Gaara, and we learn more about their abilities too, and that's something that's huge also as well. So I mean, it helps just describe everything to you and go more in depth. And once again, my opinion, after watching this and seeing it all through again for a second time, my opinion on how Naruto treats Boruto, I'm glad he finally realized, hey, this is your son, family is family. Yes, the village is your family too, but family is family. And, I mean, at the end of this arc, just like in the movie, Boruto really does say, this is my story. And they, that's what they always try to put emphasis on. That's why the movie came out before, Boruto did even, right? It's because they wanted to say, guys, this is going to be his story. Yes, Naruto is going to be involved. Yes, these other characters that really made Naruto what it is are going to be involved, but this is Boruto. He's going to have some similarities. But guess what? The way he thinks about fighting, the way he thinks about training is all going to be different. And even whenever, it's not just to be the lack of motivation, in terms of training, it's going to come into be something more than that. It's going to come into be, his outlook on it, his take on it. It's going to be more like a Sasuke rather than a Naruto. But the thing is, he's a hybrid of the two. We got to remember that. Boruto is a hybrid of Naruto and Sasuke, which that makes for an interesting story. Because, first and foremost, Sasuke is a character that you could argue, especially in Naruto Shippuden, he did not get as much screen time as support characters. I mean, think about it. He didn't. There's some support characters that got just as much, and or maybe a little more screen time than him even. Because Sasuke, there's plenty of times where he wasn't even on the screen for 12 episodes. So, I mean, put that into perspective. Now, when I look at Boruto, though, who is he? What is that character? Because he's a character that's always on screen. He's going to be on screen every episode. For God's sake, his name is in the title. And I guess not every episode, but you guys get my point. If he misses more than 2 episodes, then hell is going to be freezing over. So, when I look at him, I'm like, how are they going to attack this character? How are they going to go about Boruto whenever he gets older? And that's what I'm really interested in. And I think that's what most of us are interested in, because look at the very first episode. I mean, that's what grabbed our attention. That's what's saying, hey, don't go away yet, because he doesn't look like, he looks like Naruto, but he doesn't dress like Naruto. He is Naruto's son, but he does not walk like Naruto does, and that's me referring to Boruto, of course, in the first episode when it shows him in his adult form. And I'll be damned if anything, his powers are not going to be like Naruto's. Far from. Advancing Rasengan, he has lightning, and he also has a wind ability. We see his wind style ability, within his Gale Palm. We see that wind style Gale Palm. He does it even in the tournament. So that's something to put into consideration. I mean, the Boruto Stream, we see that lightning ability that he has. So that's something to put into consideration. This man has lightning and wind, the two rarest of the elements. I mean, the fact that he has them is pretty impressive in and of itself. And I can't remember if Sarada actually does have lightning in her arsenal as well. I think she does. Yeah, she does. Yes, I remember now, the Electro Ball. So she has fire style and she has lightning. So this the potential for these characters is absolutely insane, And we also got to see a little bit of Mitsuki go Seisma for a split second. So I mean, look at Team 7 and how strong that they can really truly become. So that's something that's gonna be something I'm really gonna look forward to. But the Eye of Boruto is something that's gonna separate him from Naruto even more so. Like, what is it? What technically is his eye? Is it, a beginning stage of Rinnegan? What is it? So we find out from Momoshiki, though, that he's been heavily given the power of Otsutsuki. Like, somehow he has inherited it. I don't know how Naruto hasn't, don't know how, Hinata and or Himawari haven't, because, we know that the Byakugan, excuse me, and or the Hugo clan is the closest thing to the Otsutsuki in general. I mean, one of them was an actual descendant, so they all have it, they have Otsutsuki blood in them, so it would explain how Boruto could get it, but why him is the true question. That makes me really wonder, but maybe, it's the stage of 6 pass, that chakra that Naruto was blessed with, that chakra, and then a little touch of the blood, aka the, Hinata and her family and her descendants, maybe that's what caused it, because we know that Naruto does have that chakra, the Sage of Six Paths. We know that he does have that chakra of the Otsutsuki clan, and we know that Hinata does have the blood of the Otsutsuki clan. So put those two things together, and I could very well much see how he could get that. So he also goes on, Momoshiki also goes on to say that, someone who has the power to defy gods and or defeat gods cannot live an ordinary, individual's life. It's just not possible. So it makes me wonder what's going to be going on here. We know that Otsutsuki, at the end of the day, they're the end game. They are going to be the final boss once again in Boruto. That's basically straight up, stated. And I'm okay with that. Me personally, I love their abilities. They're insane, and they always allow for a lot of animation because they do not let their, Boruto doesn't mess around. Boruto and Naruto, excuse me, they don't mess around with the abilities of the characters, like the power scaling. Like if you're no Suzuki, you're strong. That's what's always been shown. Ever since the Great Ninja War, it's been shown that repeatedly, and we know that they're not going down easy. And I'm excited to see someone like Boruto fight in the future, because we've seen great animation with Naruto, someone who's just more of a brute, and his fighting style has no finesse. It's just basic, there's no finesse to it. It's skillful, yes, his taijutsu is skillful, but we look at Sasuke, just look how the two fought Momoshiki, for God's sake. We've never really truly gotten hardcore Sasuke animation. We have, but we don't truly get it like we have gotten Naruto animation. So the things that they could do with Boruto has me absolutely, just excited. And I look at Sarada, that character too, that he's going to be fighting with. We know that she has that finesse too. To what extent, I don't know. They're both training underneath him, obviously. So the way they throw shuriken, that's even going to be more like Sasuke. So it makes you wonder, what's the finesse going to be like? Whenever they have these fights, I'm really excited to see that. I'm really super excited to see, what that turns into actually. So, other than that though, there's not too much to dive into outside of Shinki. I think he's someone who's going to be someone who has. Do you want to talk about the ultimate defense? This guy has iron sand. There's iron in the sand. Obviously, he's going to blow Gaara out of the water. And Gaara's so freaking strong as it is. Iron sand. Think about that. You want to talk about ultimate defense? Now we have a type of metal within the sand. This guy's gonna be absolutely insane. We see it. He's already absolutely insane. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely insane. Really excited to see where this is going. And Boruto truly is going to be its own show. And this is Boruto. It's in a Naruto world with a Naruto in it. It's in a Sasuke world with a Sasuke in it. But at the end of the day, this Boruto truly is different from Naruto. And I look at Boruto, and I see a character, a kid that, he would like the easy way out. But at the same time, he is someone who does want to obtain power. But he doesn't want to, the way he thinks about it is totally different. And the way how talented he is totally different than Naruto. Naruto is someone who was untalented and he has to become talented. Boruto is someone who is, and excuse the train, there's nothing I can do about that. Hopefully I can get that out of the, background. But, Boruto is someone who is talented, unlike Naruto who is untalented. And he's someone who doesn't want to work. So Naruto, untalented, but wanted to work for it, and he did. Boruto, talented, but doesn't want to work as hard. But now, this different perspective, after this is really the beginning of Boruto, essentially. This arc is really essentially the beginning of Boruto. After this arc, how he goes about his training, how he looks at, his outlook on it and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting, and I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know. He's someone that can't. He's someone who's skillful in what he does, and he's accidentally skillful too. So, I mean, for example, the Rasengan. You know, what rank is a attack and or ability that one makes if he can give shape to his chakra and or form to his chakra? What is it? That's class A. That's a Rasengan. You know, Rasengan's not even class S. Now, what is, you know, the Rasengan in and of itself is not class S, I should say. It's just A. What is an ability that you can, you know, that is chakra that can give a shape and or form to once again, but also add an element to? Now, that's an S-ranked ability, and that's what the Advancing Rasengan is. It has lightning within it. And I always thought it had wind within it because it just kind of like dissipate into the wind, but it's actually lightning, which is weird. I did not expect that. But that's an S-rank attack. And it makes you wonder, if someone who has 2 chakra, you know, or 2 elements, per se, like Boruto, wind and lightning. I mean, once again, as we clearly see, he wind style, you know, Gale Palm. It makes you wonder, if you can add 2 elements to one ability and give shape and form to some kind of chakra, what level is that? You know, what is that? Is that like an SS, a triple S? It makes you wonder. But I really appreciate what, you know, this did. You know, the TV series extended stuff, and I know a lot of you guys probably aren't even in this video anymore, but the TV series really truly did extend stuff for Boruto, you know, compared to the movie, and it added more dialogue with, you know, with characters. It introduced characters early on like Shinki, which I can't remember. Was Shinki truly? I know he is, you know, in the anime excuse me, Boruto Naruto the movie. But was he? I don't think he's ever even introduced. It's just Boruto fighting him. Not much dialogue explained. You know, they did not go into. You know, they didn't show all these locker room scenes. They didn't show the true false question and then they're running through the forest and stuff. They just had them go to the the answers, stand on the answers, and then they fill into the ink. No, they didn't. You know, they didn't do the extra stuff beforehand. But yes, go watch it, guys. It's an extended version of the movie. I mean, the movie is only like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. The Chunin exams arc starts in literally like episode 53. Yeah, it starts on episode 53, and then all the way up until like episode 64, I believe it is. So yeah. Definitely go watch it, guys. I recommend it to you guys. I think it's really good stuff. I think that this is truly going to be something special, especially whenever it gets to an older Boruto, you know, stage. I think that's going to be something special because we also get that karma seal. That's what it's called from what I've looked into. I won't go into any more than that. But Boruto's abilities are going to be far different than Sasuke. It's going to be far different than Naruto's. It's going to be more like a Otsutsuki. It's the best way to describe it, per se. Given we don't know much about those Otsutsukis, we've only seen 3, but it does make you also wonder, is that thing, you know, the scroll that they're deciphering, does it talk about the child of prophecy? Because to me personally, I feel as if it's going to be talking about the child of prophecy, which that child is going to be Boruto, obviously, or it is Boruto, not going to be, it is Boruto. So it makes you wonder at the same time, those eyes will take everything from you. Those eyes will take everything from you, it said. I wonder. But as always, guys, you guys have been Hex. Be sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, X25. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. Boruto is its own thing.